Hey guys, my name is Adama Jamelio and I'm presenting on what I learned in math this semester. I hope you enjoy. Basically what I've learned in this semester is basically surrounding tessellation. Now, what are tessellations? Tessellations are a pattern with no gaps, no overlaps, and that can go forever. So you see two examples, one man-made and one nature, two examples of these to the right. One is the tiles on your bathroom floor. You all see that. They don't overlap. They don't have any, well, they do have gaps, but you can imagine it without any gaps. And they could potentially go on forever. And the same with the honeycomb we see on the bottom right. So hexagon goes on forever. There's no gaps and no overlaps. So that's what tessellations are. So the first type of shape we're going to talk about that all types of that shape can tessellate is quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals are a shape with four sides. Now, whether you go with a basic square, a rectangle, a trapezoid, a regular quadrilateral, every single one of these can tessellate. And the reason is because when you add up all the four angles of a quadrilateral, they all add up to equal 360 degrees. Now, next after quadrilaterals, we're going to talk about the other shape that all of it can tessellate. That is triangles. Triangles, whether you got your acute, right, or obtuse triangles, they all can tessellate because when you add up their angles, you always get a 180-degree angle. And 180 degrees is half of 360 degrees. That's why if you cut in half any quadrilateral, you're going to get a triangle. A fun fact about tessellations: the Alhambra is a big old castle in Spain. It's basically full of tessellations. The artwork, it's like you see tessellations on the wall, on the floor, on the ceiling, everywhere in the Alhambra. That's just a fun fact. Now, there are three basic types of tessellations that we have studied this year. Uh, the translation tessellation, the rotation tessellation, and the reflection tessellation. Now, the first step we're going to talk about translation tessellation. Here's the steps. First, you take a tessellatable shape, like say a square triangle, to start with. Then you sort of cut out a mini shape out of one side. It could be simple or complex, like an arrow, or you could even cut out like an animal in one side. But then you sort of carry that piece that you cut out, keep it the same way that it has been, and take it directly to the other side and tape it in that area. Then this gives you a totally new pattern to deal with. Now you take a piece of paper and put that pattern on the piece of paper and basically just copy it. So you just repeat the pattern like a tessellation. It has no gaps, it doesn't overlap, and it can go forever. This is a simple example of one. As you see, this is an arrow. Um, if you want to look at one, they basically taken a square, if you see me making these lines, and they cut out this arrow shape in the back of the square and put it up here. So this is how you make a simple translation tessellation. Oops, sorry guys. Next is rotation tessellation. You get a similar tessellatable shape like the square or triangle. Then you cut out a piece out of it, like I use the arrow in the example here. Um, then you rotate that piece to the left or right side. So you see I've cut out an arrow out of this shape and then turned it around and posted it on the side like this. Now this could go either way. Now you just take this pattern and repeat it on a piece of paper. And this is how you make a rotation tessellation. Here's another example. It's a more complex example. And you can see a little bit of mini instructions at the top. Pause the video if you want to check that out. Next, the final one is the reflection tessellation. This requires you to take your square or triangle. I use the square in this example. Cut a shape out of it, any shape, arrow, a smaller square, animal. And then you take that shape, and like in the translation tessellation, you carry it directly to the other side. But then you turn it around. It's like it's like flipping a paper on the other side. You flip that shape on the other side, and then you tape it. Then you use this new shape that you have to make a pattern on the paper, and that's the tessellation. Here's an example of this one. I actually personally made this one. Quite proud of it, actually. You see, I've cut out a little kangaroo looking thing on the bottom of it, and I put it at the top and turned it over. And I cut out, I don't know what I was thinking when I made this. I cut out like upside down America or something, and then I put it on the other side and turned it around so it's pointing, so it's facing the other way. That's how you make a reflection tessellation. Um, I don't know. I think this was an alien or something, but you can do it with all types of shapes. Okay. I hope y'all guys enjoyed my presentation. I think I did a good job. Hope y'all think so good. I mean, hope y'all think so too. Yeah, this was my math presentation.